It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New England Patriots and the New York Jets, and it comes your way next.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, a lot of buzz here in the tri-state area about these Jets in 2023. Do you think that they are ready to challenge the Bills and the Dolphins for supremacy in the AFC East?
I certainly do, and for two big reasons. Number one, Aaron Rodgers is in town at quarterback, but number two, their defense, which kept them in every game last year and only got better through the draft this year. They can pair those together. They can compete with anyone in the AFC East and the AFC in total.
Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they come in off an 8-9 record a year ago, a second losing season in the last three. It had to happen sometime. But you say don't pour water on these Pats just yet.
No, not at all. No one should ever do that. Remember, they're always going to be tough for you to crack defensively. Offensively is where they have to make a jump. They've got to start scaring people with some big play weapons on the perimeter.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This taken in right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, at Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Well, the Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his 2nd year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back to Pro Bowl form in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick here is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this 1st half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 3rd and 6. Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. seconds now showing on the clock.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go, man. Rock and roll. Once again, we got to get it done as a group.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that
Coach.
first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third down and 6. Off the play fake. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is 1st and 10. Jones throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. New England trying to get a place on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Stevenson. He'll get this up to about the 44. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. They run once more with Stevenson. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones, first throw of overtime here. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. One overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help.
Touchdown! Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Finding Hardman, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wilson. And his pass incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the